loves, Kim here, and I'm back with another video. So if this is your first time on the channel, I just want to say welcome and thank you so much for watching. And if you like what you see, feel free to hit that subscribe button and be sure to click that bell, that way you never miss an upload from me. And if you're an OG that's been here for a minute, thank you so much for coming back. So we are in the wonderful town of Strangerville. I'm not sure if wonderful is the right word to describe Strangerville, but we are here and we are creating yet another tiny home. So I really love how this one came out. I feel like it's definitely different from other homes that I've built, but I really enjoy how unique it is, in my opinion. And yeah, here we are. So we are creating a tiny home, like I said, and I don't know, to me it's a cross between retro and modern. I'm not sure if that combination sounds promising to you all, but I really love how everything came together. So yeah, the reason why we are in Strangerville is because I've never really played in this world. This is actually the first lot that I've created in Strangerville, and I've had this game pack for at least a month and a half, if I'm not mistaken. I got it originally because I loved all of the different build and buy options that came with it, specifically the windows and the doors and a lot of the wall patterns. I don't know, I just felt like it had its own little groove going and I was entirely here for it. Ironically, this house is completely base game. So although I'm creating this in Strangerville, it's all base game items. I am so here for this, and I don't know, I just wanted to restrict myself a little bit because I know sometimes when I build, like, I'm using every single pack I have, and I wanted to make sure that I do some builds that are accessible for everyone who may not have packs, or everyone who just don't want to deal with all of the extra packs. Like, this is the build for you, in my personal opinion. But yeah, I really love how this came out. But yeah, I think this house is unique. One of the unique features of this tiny home is this window out back, and I love it because I feel like it gives expansive views to whatever is behind your house. So although I made it in Strangerville, of course you can put it in whatever world you want. I highly recommend putting it in a world with beautiful views so your Sims can really take advantage of this big wide window out back. But yeah, I made it using roofs, and I used a half gable roof, and I made the roof only one tile wide, and I think I only made it one tile deep. Yeah, and I stretched one of the roof pitches out as far as it can go, and then I used one of the glass roofing options so you'll be able to see through. But yeah, I really like how that came out, and I feel like it just adds a little bit of quirkiness to this, especially with me building this in Strangerville. I feel like it was super duper appropriate, and I love how it came out. I really do. Now we're on the front facade of the house, and I'm messing around with some windows, and I don't know, I was trying to do like a funky little pattern, kind of to, I guess, balance what's going on in the back, because it is such a grand moment. But I wanted to do something equally but not the same, unique and quirky and eye-catching on the front side. So yeah, I am really here for this build. This is a tiny home, like I said, and I don't have an official name for it, but I'll probably call it something like, I don't know, Angler Tiny Home with a View, or something like that. I don't know, something catchy. You'll see it on the gallery. All that information will be linked down below, and if I forget to link it down below, definitely let me know in the comments and I will get it to you as soon as possible. But yeah, back to the front facade. I was trying to create something different and geometric and something really funky, but I decided to scale it back. I do feel like it's still unique and funky and all of that, but it's not super complicated is what I'm doing here. But I was just cycling through a lot of the windows and just trying to make sure everything looked like it can go together, and you know, eventually we get there. We definitely get there. I just added on a roof trim and I love that red color. I just feel like it's not like a fire engine truck red, so it's not like bold in that sense, but I feel like it gives enough definition to the house to where it stands out. Like, is that just me? Like, did that make sense? But yeah, I really love that red, and we do the outside in this kind of brown timber wallpaper. Love how they came out. And I guess this is kind of like the retro aspect for me, just thinking about the style of a lot of American homes in the 70s. They had kind of like these funky pitch roofs with all of these weird angles, and they used a lot of wood, like a lot, all over. So that was kind of the retro aspect for me. But it's also modern because, you know, it's a tiny home. You know, the tiny home movement is still relatively new, even though it's been a thing for years. I would probably say over a decade. Like, it's really been a thing. But it's still a new concept when you look at the grand scope of movements and stylings and, you know, how people live. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of fuse those two things together. We have made it inside, and as you saw, I added in some lights so we can see what we are doing. And I am adjusting the space that I allotted for the bathroom because that bedroom was not intentional. I was going to try to make it all work, kind of like a studio, if you will, but I wanted a decent sized community space, so when your Sims come over to visit, you know, the Sim that you're playing with has plenty of room to entertain, and also just room to lounge if they had a long day of work, or you know, if they just want to take it easy and relax. So yeah, we're working on the kitchen, and it's really simple. I use that raw countertop. It's actually called raw, I guess because of the butcher block bench top and kind of like the metal drawers underneath, and I use the matching cupboards up top. And now we're working in the living room space. I definitely wanted to use an eye-catching blue. I don't know, something about that blue just spoke to me, so I wanted to use it. And I used that console from base game, and I kind of like it because it mirrors what's going on with that back window, also with the roof line, so just kind of like that weird angle. But I don't know, I really like it. I would probably say what gave me the most difficulty was the bedroom for sure, because it was kind of hard trying to determine this Sim style. I don't know, I had one idea in my mind and then it evolved as I was building, but all in all, I really love how it came out. About the type of Sim that I envision here is a Sim that's definitely in the fashion industry, someone that loves color and loves quirkiness and just injecting their own style in many facets of their life. So I don't know, that was the overall feel I was going to. Definitely feel free to change it if you choose to download this into your game, but that's just what I was going for. And I love that orange rug underneath that blue sofa. I don't know, it just really goes well on the color wheel. Blue and orange are complementary, so they are meant to go together, and I really love that combination myself. And I don't know, it just makes each of them pop in their own way. Now I'm adding in some planters, and I was going to put these on the back deck, but I do eventually move those to the front side because I just felt like they were more welcoming and they were able to get a bit more shine on the front side than the back. And now I am pulling out these lounge chairs and outdoor loungers. And this table as well. I don't know, these are just things that I noticed, and it more than likely came with that most recent patch update. So yeah, I really love all of this. Excuse me, I'm going to move something so it may be kind of loud. I'm currently recording in my office, but in the closet, so it's a little cramped in here. I am a tall girl, but I make it work. Anyways, we are finessing some of this outdoor patio furniture, and I love those cute little planter boxes. You'll see them in a little while, but it's 3 of them stacked up against each other, and I also think that that is part of a recent base game patch update. So yeah, we are finally in the bedroom and the struggle ensues. Oh my gosh. Well, it wasn't that bad, but I don't know, like I said, the main thing in here was just trying to nail down a style, and as I mentioned, I think that the type of sim that I styled it for is into fashion. I wanted to highlight that career, because this is a base game only build. Why not center it around a base game career? So yeah, that's what I was going for. So I have a laptop and the digital portfolio over on the desk with that big comfy desk chair. I would love to have one of those. I really would. And I got kind of like a style board. I don't know, I don't know what it all does quite yet. I really haven't had an opportunity to play with it, but I am looking forward to see what that is all about. And now we're working on the stairs in the back. I wanted to just kind of play around with the configurable stairs option. I don't know, I really haven't had an opportunity to play with it before that point, and I don't know, I was just kind of seeing how it would turn out. Anyways, we are finally into the bathroom, and I keep it really simple. Honestly, there's not much to see. There's just a shower, a toilet, a sink, a mirror, some lighting, and some accessories, especially the toilet paper roll, which is absolutely necessary. I don't care if the Sims use it or not, they definitely need to have toilet paper. And I love this robe that's hanging up by the shower. I definitely envisioned this sim to wear robes, just lounging about the house. I don't know, I feel like robes just add a little bit of luxury to your life. I don't know, maybe I'm just weird for thinking that, but I don't know, when I wear a robe, which isn't too often, but when I wear a robe, I don't know, I feel a little bit fancier. Let me know down in the comments if you feel the same way or if that was just completely weird. Anyways, back to the build. I am looking for some photos to put about, and I choose like kind of some abstract looking paintings, and also that framed piece of cloth with a tribal pattern on it. And I don't know, right now the room design is a mess, but we eventually get back to it, and here we are. So I was going through the swatches, and honestly I wasn't really happy with any of it, but what I am happy about is this little framed picture piece, the 2 pictures together that I just put on the desk. I really love that little piece. And I also put a violin. I don't know, maybe they are into playing the violin also. I don't know, I don't use violins too often, so why not? Now it is a little bit some time later. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. It's been about a week in between starting and finishing it, but I'm finally finished and I love it. But as you saw, I lowered down some of the foundation. I just felt like it didn't need to be that high. I don't know, sometimes I get so excited that we have terrain editing options that I just go crazy, and then I take some time and realize that I don't need all of that. So you will see me doing a lot of terrain editing at this point, just making it look a bit more realistic. Not every house has to be on a hill, especially when it's on such a tiny lot. So yeah, I do fix that. I definitely fix that. Anyways, besides terrain editing, we are going to be putting together the backyard, and it's nothing too extravagant, but I do feel like it's nice to have a little bit of a getaway. Although this house do have 2 decks, one in the front, one in the back, it's nice to just get away from the house a little bit and feel that separation. It's like if you're in the house all the time, you don't really have an opportunity to appreciate and miss it. So I just wanted to create a little bit of a backyard oasis out here. As you can see, I'm just picking some items that I think will go really well, just some shrubbery and outdoor planters and stuff. And now I'm going with the terrain paint, and I'm making this little walkway. It starts kind of thin by the stairs, but it eventually balloons out, and it kind of reminds me of a paisley pattern. Paisley is actually my favorite pattern. I really love it. I feel like it's just so free and so fun. I don't know. If you don't know what paisley is, definitely look it up. It's super cute. I guarantee that you've seen it before but just didn't know what it was called. Anyway, I'm just adding some trees around just to give us a little bit of shade. I actually wanted to use one of the umbrellas, but one was from Seasons and one was from Get Together, and since this is base game only, that was a no-go. So I was trying to give the illusion of shade by our loungers, and I'm just making it more of an oasis by adding all of these different little flowers and shrubs and rocks, just making it feel a little bit secluded. You know, I really love how this came out, and I would really appreciate if I had a place like this in my backyard just to get away. But where I live, there are too many mosquitoes right now, so I'm gonna stay right in the house where I belong. Okay. Anyway, I'm adding in some planter boxes here, just to give your Sims something to do. I don't know, I just feel like it was a nice way to kind of, I guess, round off the area, if you will. I don't know, I just felt like there was something nice to do. I don't know how much planting your Sims plan on doing, but I don't know. I don't know what made me do it. And yeah, I do switch the swatch on that rug. Ooh. I don't necessarily regret it. I just really love that stark contrast between the blue and the orange. I do choose a more neutral, more muted tone, but you know, I still feel like it works. And as you saw, I'm just arranging some of the furniture. I switched the swatch on the chairs that is on that dining table out front, as well as those chairs on the back deck and the lounger, and I replaced that third lounger chair that was by the loungers with a wooden one. And yeah, I just really like it. I just feel like the wooden stool definitely looks homemade. I know this isn't the case for all people that live in tiny homes, but from what I've been seeing on the docu-series, I guess you can call it a docu-series, Living Big in a Tiny House, a lot of people work for themselves. A lot of people are builders and they make their own things. So I definitely wanted to give a slight nod to that type of lifestyle, because it's definitely one that I can appreciate, building things with your own hands and, you know, really making a profit off of your passions. Like, that is the ultimate goal for me, and I am pursuing that, and hopefully one day I will have a successful business doing exactly what I love. So that's why I admire a lot of the people in the tiny home movement, because they scale back their living in order to pursue those passions full time, and I can do nothing but respect that. Anyway, back to the build. I turn it to nighttime mode so I can add some lighting around, just to make sure we can see everything at night, making sure that your Sims don't disappear into the abyss. So yeah, just added in some lighting, and I am going to start fixing the bedroom. I didn't want to use one of the cheaper beds because I know the Sims will get the mood lift of them being uncomfortable, but hey, they look better, so I felt okay with changing it. But yeah, I'm just adding in some rugs here and changing some swatches, just making everything look and feel a little bit better. And since I can't add any laundry items in from the laundry day pack, I put in the base game hamper just to give that illusion, and also so your Sims don't have to be bogged down with dirty laundry and washing clothes. And I also added in some blank canvases there. Like I said, I feel like this Sim would definitely be in the fashion career, so they would make a lot of things themselves and make composites of things so they can show clients. So that's kind of what I was going for. But anyway, you guys, at this point we're just doing some finishing touches, and I have rambled on enough. If you made it this far in the video, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I definitely appreciate when you all watch my videos. It means so much to me. I cannot express enough just how grateful I am to you all for taking the time to watch my videos. So thank you so much. Also, if you made it this far and haven't subscribed already, what are you waiting for? Feel free to subscribe and be sure to click that bell. That way you never miss an upload from me. And if you enjoyed it, feel free to leave a like, a comment, and share this video. All of that definitely helps me and the channel out a whole lot. And if you want to, feel free to follow me on my social medias, which are all linked down in the description box below. And if you're interested in downloading this from the gallery, check me out. My origin ID is Simply-Nisey, and I will put that info in the description box. Anyway, you guys, thank you all so much for watching, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye guys.